Well, with me this morning is Mum Lorraine Mitchell, whose stalker has just been jailed after 10 years of harassment, which left her fearing for her life. And she's here now. Absolute nightmare. You've been through a nightmare. Now, what makes this case so utterly bizarre? You had never met this guy. No. He was a total stranger and became obsessed. So what was the first contact like?
I had just finished work and I was sat in my car ready to drive home, and he approached the car and I just thought he wanted directions. Right. And he asked me to go out with him and I said, no, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And then he persisted and said, please give me a chance. And I said, no, I'm not interested. I just wanted to get home.
How bizarre.
And then he offered me a rose, a red rose, and said, please, you're still insistent. And I kept saying, no, there's no way. But he felt I wanted to get away as quick as possible because there was something about him that didn't feel normal.
Yeah.
And then he said, please give me a chance. I know everything about you. I've been watching you for a year.
Oh.
Then I thought, actually, I need to find out what you know. So I asked him what he knew. He knew my name. So I said, what's my name? He said, Lorraine Mitchell. He knew that I had 3 children. He knew their names, Seth, Rhiannon and Jake. He knew my address. I asked what was my address. He knew that. He knew I'd been divorced for a year. And he also said, I know that you've seen somebody, but so am I, but it doesn't matter.
How utterly bizarre. Did you ever get to the bottom at any stage of how on earth he was able to get this information?
I've never found out how he knew.
Scary. That is really scary, so unsettling. And that sort of sense of being unsettled got worse and worse and worse. Of course it did. I mean, you feared for your life at one point.
Absolutely, yeah. I was, because he wouldn't take no for an answer. Right. And then he would keep stopping me outside work, and then he started sending. I joined Facebook in 2009, and he kept sending Facebook requests, friend requests, inappropriate messages, saying, I think you're really gorgeous, I think you're really sexy, please go out with me. And then one of the messages said, I just want to use your photo. I don't know what he meant by that, but the messages were totally inappropriate. And
horrible.
He wouldn't, no matter how many times I blocked him, no matter how many times I reported him to Facebook, he would change his profiles, change his names.
Yeah. The thing is, as a job, you're a psychotherapist, so even someone with your experience found it impossible to deal with this person.
Yeah.
It was just impossible. When did the police start taking you seriously?
This year.
Only this year, after 10 years?
Yes.
And would he do things like, he knew where you lived, would he park outside your house? Did he do that sort of very sinister behaviour?
Yes, we have found out. I didn't realise, because what happened was, I think, because I was so frightened, I just switched off because I didn't want to know he was following me. Yeah. So it's some victims are always looking for the stalker, saying where are they, what, they were looking out, but I went totally opposite way.
You're just going to shut down?
I shut down.
Yeah.
And then I found out when I spoke to my neighbours, just because the police said, just check with your neighbours whether he's been hanging around, that actually he had been sat in his car outside my house for a long time. I don't know whether it was a year or 2 years, but they said he would sit there for several hours.
But that's so horrible, because that's affecting you.